I've had to do some really difficult instant reaction videos on this channel over the last year or so since I've been doing it, and this one's probably going to be one of the hardest ones I've done in a very, very long time. It finished up this afternoon in the Sky Bet Championship. Southampton 0, Preston North End 2. God, it was where do I start? This is a really difficult video to film, really difficult not to say things I don't mean and to be too harsh and too rash. So I've taken a little bit of time before I've done this. You can see it's emptied pretty quickly here at St Mary's this Saturday afternoon. People have gone quickly. This is about the 15th attempt that I've tried to do this video because there's people around and I want to try and get it right and try and sum it up as perfectly as I can without being an idiot or saying the wrong thing. So here it goes. That was a really, really, really poor defeat, but a really, really lacklustre performance. The manager come out in midweek or in the press conference Thursday, he was asking for fight, he was asking for commitment. Well, I don't think he got it from his players today. I'm not convinced he did. I don't think they offered anywhere near enough this afternoon. That was a really, really poor performance. We started the game quite well and probably the better team for the opening 15-20 minutes. We started good. Leo Scienza, what a great player he is. He's just like so good on the ball, drives forward, looks to get us up the field, but he's the only one that can get us from back to front quickly. And other than that, I really struggled to pull out anyone that I thought performed today. We started with a back five at home. It was heavily criticised. I walked around the stadium doing content for my match day vlog, which will be out tomorrow, and we were talking, and the team news was being released, and everyone's like, "Oh, not again, a back five." Fans wanted to see us on the front foot. They want to see us have a go at teams. They want to see us have a go. They want to see Tom Fellows in the side. They want to see with Jay Robinson in the team starting and having a right go at teams. And yeah, there was a little bit of there was such a horrible atmosphere before, like not horrible, but it was like flat and everyone feels really deflated, and it felt really sad today, St Mary's Stadium actually. And Adam Blackmore said that in commentary and I totally agree with him. He said that it felt a very sad place, St Mary's Stadium, and it was. There was a few empty seats, but I thought the fans did their best to get behind the team, but there was only one shot on target in the whole of the game at home. Like, you know, this is they've been in the Championship and they're a well-seasoned Championship side, but at home we have one shot on target. He changed the system at half-time and he had to. He threw players on, he threw Fellows on, he threw Jay Robinson on. They give us a bit. He went with a back four, went with Roslev at right back, went with Ryan Manning at left back with the two centre-backs. Ronnie Edwards got out-battled for their goal as well. It was Dobbin that scored the goal. I think it was Dobbin. He's a good player. He was really good. The guy that scored their first goal for Preston today was their best player. He was really good, a real danger man. When he come off, they weren't quite the same. The second goal we'll talk about in a minute, but went with that flat four in the second half and tried to have a bit of a go, but even then we didn't ever really look like we were going to go on and get anything out of the game. I thought it would end up 2 or 3-0 and it ended up 2-0, and I wasn't surprised. We were throwing men forward and trying to have a real go at Preston and just trying to get men forward. But in the end, we just got caught on the counter-attack and people just give up. People could be arsed tracking back in the end. And it was just a really, really tough watch. There's a lot of really despondent fans around the stadium this afternoon, like really, really despondent. And you can see why. It's been a really tough time here. At home, we've only won 2 games in a calendar year in the Premier League and the Championship combined. In the last calendar year, just 2 wins here at St Mary's, and the fans are rightly frustrated. They edged a lot of frustration towards the ownership, and look, they're going to take flack, aren't they? They're the ones in charge. The manager, he's under big pressure, and a lot of people saying to me, will he survive? You know, should he be the manager? Look, he sets the team up. He came out with a really strong press conference this week. He wanted fight, he wanted commitment from his players, he wanted to stop the nonsense and move forward and forget the past. And I've got to be quite honest, I don't think the players give him quite enough today. I just think we're just not good enough. We're not even a mid-table Championship side at this moment in time. We're probably looking to be a side that are finishing the bottom end of the Championship, which when we spent what we did in the parachute payments, it should be so much better. It is it's just so poor, isn't it? The owners are going to take flack, and rightly so. They've got a lot to answer for as an ownership. You know, they've made decisions in terms of recruitment. I don't think the owner doesn't care, because I think he does care. A lot of people say he doesn't give a damn. Well, he does care, but the people around him will be questioned. He'll be questioning the people around him, and rightly so. He should question the people around him. I think off the field, they've got so much right, Sport Republic, in terms of what you see here on a match day, but on the pitch and on the football inside, it's just not quite been good enough. And they would say the same. I'm not saying anything that nobody outside the mainstream media are saying. I'm just saying what I see and what I feel. It's like I say, it's a real tough one to report. Will the manager survive? I think there's big question marks whether he will do. There's a really big game in midweek against QPR. That's going to be a real tough one, isn't it? But I don't know what else to say other than I'm numb to it now. Like, you're all numb to it. It's really bloody hard to take, watching the defeat like that today, and just like we just lack everything, really. We lack a little bit of organisation. We lack a really strong, bulky midfielder. We lack an out-and-out number 9 to play up front that can hold the ball up and that can get us up the field. We're missing a lot of what we need to do well at this level. Preston North End today, they've got a lot of experienced pros, a lot of experienced championship players. And I've said it a lot on this channel. I've said it a lot, that you need experience, you need leaders. I don't see enough leaders in our team, and that is a big problem. I don't see anyone that's going to score enough goals, but we've said that for such a long time, that we shouldn't be expecting anything more than to try and stay up at this moment in time. I'm looking at it thinking we just need to stay up. And at the moment, we're well and truly in a relegation dogfight. We're in a bit of a scrap. Luton dropped out of it. We could quite easily do the same if we're not careful. Things need to change quickly. It can't go on, can it? Like it is. It just can't go on. This is a big football club with a really big fan base, with a lot of really good support. They spent a lot of money here, and I think the owners have a lot to think about over the next 24 to 48 hours. I'm not sure they're sacking the manager at this moment in time. I think they see it out to the international break. Can we go and get something in midweek in the Championship against QPR? Had to be a lot better than we were today, but we struggle to really create anything. We haven't got any identity. That's one thing at this moment in time. And I'm not saying anything that anyone else is not saying, not being harsh by saying it. I don't know what we're trying to do at times, but look, this has been a really tough one to report, and I want all your reaction and all your thoughts in the comments box below. Give me all your feeling, all your emotion, and I know a lot of you will be really angry, and I know this video will be watched by a lot of Southampton fans. These instant reaction videos are watched by a lot of you, but please do get involved in the comments box below. Where do we go from here? What happens this week? What must happen to get this club back to where it should be at the top end of the Championship? We should absolutely, with what we've bought, be right in the mix, but then we didn't get a striker. But what happens now for you, Saints fans? Give me all your feeling and emotion. Where were you in the stadium today? What were people saying? What was the feeling? What was the emotion where you were? That's what I want to know here in the comments box below. I hope I've summed it up and not been too angry. I hope I've been as balanced as I possibly can. I really like Will Steele, for the record, and I've got a lot of time for him. It's been interesting reading my comments. A lot of people said, why do you keep defending him? Well, I've just been honest. And then I've had people in my TikTok saying, some of the stuff you've said, you won't get an interview with the manager ever again. You won't get an interview inside the club. Look, I'm not paid by anyone. I don't have any sponsors, so have the freedom to come on here and just say it how it is, like a fan, and just put it out there. I'm gutted as much as you are. Get involved in the comments box below. I'm going to go and warm myself up, go and post this video from the Dell Bar, and then I'm going to go home and edit my matchday vlog. Stay tuned to the Football Martin channel over the next 24 to 48 hours for everything Southampton related. Thank you for tuning in.